Hey there, friends. Welcome back to video number 2 in the series of videos where we give away some of our best stuff, the most important frameworks or mental models that are part of our OSR Academy, the Outside Sales Rep Academy, which is a 12-month program, online and off, small cohort that guarantees to take your young, hungry sales professional who needs to work on some skill development around goal setting, time management, pipeline management, prospecting, and we give them back to you in 12 months with all the confidence they need to hit the ground running to be successful. So the best way that I could think of opening up the registration for Cohort 2 was to give away some of the best content for Cohort 1 and to see if it's relevant for you. And if it is, great, we'd love to have you part of it. If not, take the training, take the tools, and help your team, and our paths will probably cross sooner or later. So in the last video, we taught you a couple of frameworks. We talked about the NFPOs, the needs, fears, and pains, and opportunities for growth. And we talked about this quantification of pain. And there's a download voicemail of a fictitious builder who's got lots of issues, and also a worksheet. So you could work with your team of listening to the voicemail and quantifying the pain that this builder was in. And many of you did that, and I appreciate the comments and the feedback. Many of them were rather humorous. I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys got value from that. A few questions emerged from some of the feedback, like how much time does it take? This is designed for 30 to 60 minutes per week for the students that are in the program. Another question was, who teaches this stuff? Well, a big percentage of it is my stuff that I've developed over the last decade of working with over 100 companies and thousands of sales reps. But I went and found the smartest people I knew to come to share their digital content and be part of our training that happens every other week. And these are people like sales management guru Mike Weinberg. This is like sales expert who's been on the podcast multiple times, Tim Rethlake. Every other week, we are bringing talented people in alongside myself to make this interesting, engaging, and really insightful. The other thing that is unique that you will benefit from immediately after watching the balance of this video here is that we have developed custom case studies specific to the LBM industry, specific for our students in the OSR Academy. So we have one case study per term, and there's 4 terms. Each term is 8 weeks long. So how did we develop these? Well, what we did is we found builders, or we found sales reps or sales managers that had really memorable stories that had some powerful lessons. Then we involved my friend, Dr. Ben Bigelow, who leads the construction management department at the University of Oklahoma and writes a lot of case studies. And him and I listened to the story together, and he started writing that. And then I kind of came into the end and made it fun and made it interesting. And we are developing this world of these characters that are having situations. So what you're going to get today and what is available to you is to download our first LBM case study that was titled, What's the Key to TKG? And TKG stands for the Kruger Group. And so when I say case study, picture a Harvard Business Review case study that's really detailed and really long. And then we're going to make it short, but we're going to make it kind of funny and interesting and memorable with a bunch of characters that you know. And then we're going to have some questions at the end. And the whole point of a case study is to create the situation with these different dynamics and some tension and say, how would you think about this? What would you do? The goal is to help you and your team think better. Oftentimes, there is no perfectly right answer, but most often there is absolutely a series of wrong answers. And the unique thing about this case study, What's the Key to TKG, the Kruger Group, is the Kruger Group. These are real people. This is a real company. They're based in Cleveland. So while there are fictitious elements there, what you'll be able to do is give this case study to your team to read, and they will be able to go online and do some actual research to learn about the company. So it's this combination of fictional and non-fictional elements to really get us thinking about how we would approach this. And the dynamics that are in play in the case study, What's the Key to TKG, I think you're going to find are relevant in your market today. So go ahead and download now the case study, share it with your team. You will see there's a series of questions at the end of this case study to help guide the discussion. My recommendation is share it with the team and say in a month from now or 6 weeks or whenever that next sales meeting is, go over this. See how people are thinking. Maybe create some small teams and have a little competition. Have some fun with it. Now, in the OSR Academy, there's only going to be 40 seats available. 19 of those seats are already taken from companies that had students in the first cohort. So there's only 21 spots available. The investment is $18,495. Once we get done with this launch, if all the seats are not sold, the price will go up for $1,000. So if you are interested, save the $1,000 and sign up for it. Now, I know this is not a small investment, and taking one of your employees and getting them in the program with weekly content and meeting other people and getting some fantastic training from people inside the industry as well as outside the industry like Mike Weinberg and strategy guru Rich Horwath, right? We realize this is not a small investment, but when confronted by the price objection, this is what Nick Kukin said about his experience with Cohort 1. The success stories we've had make it easy to invest in training someone to learn the right way before putting them on the road, so they become a $5 or $6 or $7 million per year sales rep. It's a great return on our investment. So if you're interested or curious or both, go ahead and download the slide deck for OSR Academy Cohort 2. If you haven't seen video 1, go watch that, share it with your team. We talk about NFPOs, needs, fears, pain, and opportunities for growth, and how to quantify pain. This episode, we talked about the case study. Download that, share it with your team. In the next video, we will reveal one of the most common salesperson failures, and we see it every single day, and it's easy to fix, and you will have the tools to do it. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.